Hello, YouTube, and welcome. And for those of you who are coming back, welcome back. Thanks for following me. If you found me for the first time, I appreciate you finding me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with friends, family, co-workers. Um, Today, we are going to jump right into the message. If you are finding this today, your ancestors have a message for you in regard to a new twin flame that you think is coming into your life. They have some things to tell you about that twin flame. So without further ado, let's say a quick prayer, protect ourselves as we're going forward. Holy Spirit, I ask that you protect my light and the collective that is with me. Any negative energy, please return to sender, blind all evil eyes. Let's do it. Okay, so ancestors have a message. I actually have been working on this for a couple days. But it wasn't until today, not until a few minutes ago, you try to get your mind right, meditate, see what you can get out of that, get good energy out of your cards. I did pull 3 cards. I have a deck, it's called Spiritual Court. They're kind of tiny and they're really hard to sometimes shuffle with, right? But I'm going to do the best that I can to utilize that deck for a few more cards, but I've already pulled 3 from it, and I really do think it fits. I do. First one is Ancestor said to leave you alone or we can get into some gangster shit. Okay? That's what let me know where this message was coming from. I didn't just pull this out of anywhere. Once I pulled these cards, that's where I knew. Now, third party situation. My understanding of this is the way that they're looking at it is maybe it's something that's new, that maybe you haven't invested a lot of time yet and energy. But with that second card that comes out, that's a warning. And the third card I pulled was stealing your energy. Okay. So we got a energy vampire out here as well. But it's thank goodness, thank Spirit, thank the Lord for your ancestors. They're always around you, looking out for you, helping you in ways in which you just couldn't possibly imagine. But today, these specific ancestors, it's somebody, I think they feel that you have a strong connection with this person and they are afraid that you will go down that path, and they kind of see some things that maybe you need to see too. So let's kind of get a sense of what's your energy like. Let's see what the collective is like today. You out there looking at new bays, so you kind of you shining a little bit. That's a good thing. Spirit, one for the collective. Okay. There were a few that came out, 2 that were up, and I'm going to take them. I just have a feeling about them. And a third that just popped. It was facing up in the deck. So we're going to take them. Happiness. This is actually, we're getting the energy on your soul. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So all you want to do is just to really be happy. Who doesn't want that, right? It just takes the right person, and that's what your ancestors are saying. Second card is self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. You keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. What they're trying to tell you is there's more to you than what you see and what you know. That you don't just end up with just any old body. You actually need somebody just a special as you are. So they need for your self-esteem, not confidence, to come up, because you're not just an ordinary soul. There's something extraordinary about you, and you need someone extraordinary too. Third card was worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. If you trust in the Lord, in spirit, in source, the universe, if you step out on faith, yes, that is correct. So if you're worried about the outcome, that also too is a red flag. So we got two here, right? And again, if there's some type of, you haven't really got off the ground with this, but I did get a sense of there's coincidences. You're looking at them as coincidences, but it could be as far as a text was sent, but it was never received. Okay. And you're not sure if they're actually, kind of playing you, or maybe it just really got lost in translation. That could be a call that was made that you never got. It could be the weather. The weather wasn't that great, so it had to cancel. Those are not mere coincidences. Those are your ancestors said, skirt. He's not for you. She's not for you. So this message here, it's a clarification about any worry you have. If you're not confident in yourself within this new relationship or this new bae, there's a reason for that. And that's what your ancestors are saying. Okay, so we got what's in your energy there as far as what your soul's like. Full moon coming up this weekend, you guys, full moon. And we're actually going to look at your moon energy today. For that blue moon, it's a full moon that is a blue moon. Moon memories. And it says the past. Follow the moon, watch for signs. So if you're thinking about picking back up with somebody from your past, that's that's what that's why they had the lowdown from the door. If you remember, look, they didn't play no games. They came right on out with the message. Ancestor said to leave you alone, or we can get into some gangster shit. They didn't play. Then the second card out was third party situation, stealing your energy. And as I said, as my understanding, because I wasn't sure how old or how new, I'm thinking this is somebody that you're meeting, but I'm not sure. I just know that it's a message about someone that, let's just say they're in your energy. Your ancestors, that's a confirmation there. Watch for signs. What did I say about they're not coincidences? They're straight up signs. It's letting you know. Trust your gut. Trust that gut feeling. And again, this past, it just makes me think that I don't know that if you're backtracking, but that's why they may have that lowdown on them. Because again, they came out from the door. Okay. Processing your feelings. Well, you most definitely want to process your feelings, search your soul, see how you feel about it. Take it to God in prayer, higher power, source, double down on it. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Stealing your energy, right? Stealing your energy. So this is somebody who's really, really, they're around you They're on you, right? So then that actually makes sense to me about the past. This is somebody that I think they come in and out. Process your feelings, oh yeah. Cleanse yourself of that energy and that person. Get them out of your energy. Set boundaries. Yeah. So here, I'm a little turned around because I kind of thought as the message was coming through that maybe it was somebody new, but this is somebody that's returned. So, okay. Let's see if we can get you some answers as to why they are telling you, or maybe not even answer, signs. You know, I think you'll have the answers. They're just gonna give you signs that, okay. Deja vu. This is how little they are. Okay. Deja vu, there's a history. Happened in the past. Repeated patterns. I can't make this up, y'all. I can't make it up. So that moon energy, and we are at the weekend of the blue moon, full moon, right? Past, this is somebody from the past. So it's somebody that is coming back. That's what it is. Bottom of the deck is a twin flame, and right out the door from that message, I got it as if that twin flame, like you guys feel as if that you've been through a lot of the similar things together. Your lives are, it mirrors, your lives mirror, just like a twin flame, not pretty much the definition. And that's what makes him, that person, he or she, feel so familiar to you. But they're telling you, I don't think so. So let's see what else we can get from here. That's why your ancestors are involved and showed up. Typically, when your ancestors get involved and they're they're sending messages, that means that you need to hear it. You need to hear that message that they have. And I think that they wanted you to hear this message because this past situation brought you some pain. It was a bad situation. You're guarded. You're very apprehensive. Two cards came out, so let me just show it to you. That's pain, frozen. You're shut down. You could even be recluse. Okay. Or let me just say, when you went through whatever you went through with this person, the shutdown, the pain, that's what I'm speaking of. The energy of you right now, it came out in your energy. The first card out was happiness. So this person brings you some type of happiness. Like you're not miserable. You don't go back to misery. You go back to something that's familiar that gives you a sense of comfort, making you feel good. Second card out, now we understand it, is self-esteem. It's what you're receiving from that person that makes you feel some type of worth. So that's why they were telling you, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. You don't need anyone to make you feel safe, whole. It's great if they can add to that, but they want you to do that for you. It came out with worry, something from the past, and you don't know if that person's going to repeat their pattern. I think there was something out here about patterns. Yep, repeating the same pattern. So let's see where we're going with this. It says butterflies. When you're with this person, and right now you're feeling butterflies, you feel like the honeymoon phase. You can't stop smiling. Butterflies in your stomach. Your first card out was what? Happiness, right? On this, it's feeling complete, can't stop smiling, happiness and devotion. You got history with this person, and I can't say it was all good history. And the only reason I would say that is because of that pain that came out, and then the not speaking stonewall, not taking action. You shut down, like you really just froze. You shut down. Um, and again, right now it feels like you can do this. This it could be a change, but you keep in mind that the first three cards I pulled, that second card, and I always get these messages very often. That third party could just be a third party influence. Doesn't actually mean that the person is cheating. It could mean that there's people out there talking crazy about you. Trying to tell this person, kind of split you up. Because there's a reason that you guys are back and forth. Let's see here. I got spirit that came out. Protect, aura, divine intervention, guardian angel shielding. Now, does that say it all? That's your ancestors. That's your ancestors. So we're talking about a low vibrational person that feeds off of you, and it sounds like you make them better, but they're there, and it gives you some type of security to know that you have somebody that's in your corner, but your ancestors don't feel that you need that type of energy in your corner, that this person is your person. So let's get a little bit of tarot and see what we can, get from that. Spirit of card for the collective. Okay. So, right off the riff, we got a King of Cups, and he's in reverse. King of Cups, they're mature, loving, kind, gentle, okay? But he's in reverse. So that's not kind, loving, mature. That's immature. That could be selfish. It's definitely not someone that your people would want to see you with. Let's just say that. The Hierophant, right off the bat, that is a spiritual lesson. We're talking about ancestors. Okay, that's spiritual right off the bat. Your ancestors trying to give you some knowledge as to how you're dating so you don't remain lonely. It's okay to ask for advice too. And I don't mean from your girlfriends. It's okay to ask for advice from your ancestors. If it's something that you believe in, but you should, they've been here. It could be a grandmother that had the best advice in the world that's passed over. That is an ancestor. She might have led you right in this life here. Now she's passed over. Don't think that she's not still trying to lead you right. She is. Those that passed over, they still look out for you. How about that? Let's just say that. Okay, so we know we got a King of Cups in reverse. They're not the best person in the world. And they're kind of hidden with it. They come off as in one way, but they're not so. That's a Six of Pentacles. With the Six of Pentacles, that's Earth. We got a little Virgo, Taurus in there. Reciprocity, give and take. They're speaking on your talents. They're speaking on you being very talented. financially, very financially secure, a lot of material benefits. That is a Seven of Wands, some heat, fire, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. That right there is telling you protect your neck. This person, if you let them come back, it's a pattern. It's a pattern. Even though it looks good now, and we can tell you not to do it. We can advise you not to do it, right? But your heart can tell you something else. Okay. We got a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why are y'all in reverse? Well, I think you're in that Queen of Pentacles collective. That is you in reverse. Typically very good, great parent. They're very mature about their money. Very responsible, but in reverse, some of that is opposite. And I just believe that that's because of this person. I don't believe typically you'd be a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I believe that typically you would be in the Nine of Cups and not some water for you. Okay? I believe that. But you can only be in that Nine of Cups if you accept the fact that this person's not going to contribute to that. And look, he came out as a Cups, a King of Cups in reverse. He or she. I think I just automatically, please forgive me too. I totally forget that this could go, and he or she. Let's just go with that. But again, you want that happiness, that healthy relationship, but you both are in reverse. There are two court cards here. I know that this Queen of Pentacles is you, collective. Right side up, all those good things, I know that's you. But when you have somebody that's toxic, that king that's also in reverse, you'd be in low vibrational energy. But we want to get you high vibrational. Okay, Nine of Cups. Let's keep going and see how we can get that done. You know. Speak your mind. Come on out and speak your mind. Let that person know just who you are right now. That whoever you were in the past, you learned lessons from this. Look, we had the Hierophant that came right on out after him. That's a lesson. You learned a spiritual lesson, and it more than less, it likely came through your ancestors. Now you're aware of where that lesson came from. You learned a lesson. The past teaches you a lesson. Speak your mind. Let them know how you feel. If from there you think that that's a relationship that you want to carry on with, best of luck to you. But your ancestors have already said it. And look, first card out. Ancestors say to leave you alone, or we can get into some gangster shit. So this is somebody that they really feel would do you some harm. I know my hands on a pain thing. That's that pain. Okay, and it just wasn't pain. The examples that they give are excruciating. Heartache. That's somebody you invested into, and that could be long term or just very deep. Yeah, you guys have been together for a long time. And then I guess that split, back and forth. This is a back and forth. But right off the bat, they're telling you to speak your mind. And I'd speak my mind. Let's get a kipperish. Let's see what we can find out here. So, okay, King of Swords. Queen of Swords. Stand up and fight for yourself. If you feel that that's where you want to go, I think they want you to say exactly what's on your mind so that you can understand who you're dealing with today. Because you're not who you once were when you were with them. There's some secrets out there. Okay. There always is, right? Always is. Okay. Temperance. So, okay, we talk about secrets. That's balance, alignment. I have two cards that came out after that. The Magician. The secret is they want you to feel like that it's an alignment, that you guys, where is it? That Six of Pentacles, the Earth, Virgo, Taurus, reciprocity, that it's equal, that you're together in this, aligned. No, that's what they want to manifest. That's what they want you to believe. That's not what it is. So that makes a lot of sense as to why ancestors are saying, here's your son, legal issue. I don't know, maybe they're in court about something. Maybe Google the person. Look into the background. Just on the strength of this, because this is something that's coming from your lineage. This is for someone in specific. It's your ancestors. Okay, it's just coming through me. And maybe it's because they can't get to you, but this will resound with someone. And if so, they're letting you know that this person that you're thinking about, steer away from that. Go away from it. I don't know about this legal issue. Spiritual court. That's the deck that I pulled from when we started out, right? Whatever they're selling, you're not buying. You don't want it. That's what they're trying to tell you. And they could be coming across as, now we have a Queen of Cups. Okay. Point being here is, however you're showing up, it's deceptive. They're wearing two faces. They're masked. It was really kind of hard to pick up on that energy at first. But when the two court cards came out, that King of Cups in reverse, followed by the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, this is somebody who is pretty much manipulative to you. We're not going into the pain and the excruciating pain and why you had to go inward and put up a wall. But anytime something like that happens, believe you me, that's a painful breakup. But you don't have to go into it. And maybe it is because you did think it was a twin flame. And that's why they're not playing any games with this. They want you to know that this is a pattern. Please stop it. It's doing nothing but blocking the person that's coming to you. And I do want to look at that. Before we go, I really do want to look at that. Because for them to send out all these signs, there's a reason. There's something they don't want you to miss. And we need to... That right there is divine guidance. That's nothing but your ancestors. That's your ancestors right there. And Nine of Cups. If this isn't a message that's screaming at you, oh, it's screaming. That's doubled down on it. I'm working from 3 decks. This is from the 3rd deck, and this is from the 1st or 2nd. They're combined. But the point that I'm trying to make is that 9 of Cups, and that's water. We know that that's nurturing, that's love. It's doubling down on that. So it's out there for you. It's out there for you. And the divine guidance, That's letting you know that those ancestors are showing up. They are letting you know that there is someone out there, but they need you happy first. Okay? Let's get you happy. Let's do whatever we need to do to heal. Stay away from the past. There's nothing good coming out of that past. And I think you know that, and ancestors do too. I don't want to keep you too long. I think we have a sense of whoever this is for knows exactly who we're talking about and what they need to do. Angel message at the bottom: surrender. Surrender to the fact that this just does not work. Just surrender. Stop fighting it. Regardless of the outcome, I am taken care of. The angels want you to know you need not worry about the resolution of the current situation. Instead of trying to solve the problem with sheer force, trust you will get exactly what you need. No matter the outcome of the uncertain situation, you are taken care of. Ancestors, again, this is an angel message, but it also that your ancestors, they got your back. They've got your back. You are protected. One more here. Passion. They know you want this. They know you need it, and they want that for you. The universe is always guiding me toward passions, but it just doesn't have to be in love. The angels ask you to act and follow what you believe in with all your heart. You have come to this earth to fulfill a mission. Unleash your full potential. Engage in activities that bring you pleasure. So don't concentrate on trying to find that man. Let that man or woman find you, man or woman, in the collective. However that plays out, however it resides, find something that you're good at. And I think we got some very talented people out here. You know, as a matter of fact, I know it. Okay. Find you some things that creatively make you feel good. Go to the gym, release some tension, you know, get you some energy, eat right, you know, treat yourself right, love yourself, pour into yourself. I'm going to stop talking your head off. But again, your ancestors want you to know there's somebody on the heels of this clown. All right. And they want you to get ready for them. So you got to get from around that person. Always a pleasure spending this time with you, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. And if you stayed, thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share, family, friends, co-workers, neighbors. And again, thank you so much for just choosing me. And also, if you returning for the knowledge that I'm trying to put out here in the universe. I really do appreciate you. And I'll see you soon.